In this video today, we will showcase to you the battle between a new creature and Godzilla, one that was shown in the comics Godzilla Dominion. And this creature is a swarm species, much like the Shinomura, but it is aquatic in nature. This monster is gigantic but not as big as the other titans, and that is why it was not included in the titans list. The battle was intense as it managed to draw first blood against the king of the monsters. So we will tell you all about it, the creature's classification and abilities, as well as the design and the battle in short. Be sure to subscribe to be a part of the MindQ family. Now, let's get down with this sickness. Now, this creature is what is described as a sub-titan. And you might ask, what are sub-titans? This classification of creatures includes the likes of the smaller skull crawlers, the large fauna of Skull Island, and this fish monster. Monsters not as big as the titans seen in KOTM or the other Godzilla movies. They are bigger than the whales of our oceans and deadly at that. This monster was given the name Genitor, unofficially. In Greg Key's script for Godzilla Dominion, it did not have the name Genitor, and the illustrator Drew Johnson took to calling it the murder fish. Greg Keyes clarified the creature's name in a Facebook message. So what is this Genitor? A Genitor subtitan, or simply Genitor, is a fish-like kaiju that first appeared in Godzilla Dominion in the MonsterVerse. Genitor looks a lot like a Dunkleosteus. It has blue body with red fins and two arms that end in claws. Its jaws have inner bony plates that protrude outwards. It has these large bony plates that have evolved to be like teeth and are very powerful. They have a very powerful bite force, seen capable of piercing even the scales of the G-Man. Its head was nearly as big as that of Godzilla, but that's about it. Its head was approximately 20% of the size of its entire body, which would put it around 150 to 200 feet long, around twice the size of blue whales. Through a hive mind, Genitor was able to monitor smaller members of its genus, creating a large swarm, and Godzilla is surrounded by a large swarm of these hollow earth fish that seem to share a hive mind, and when a gap in his old lair is created by the detonation of the blast, the Genitor swarm emerges from the gap and bites Godzilla on his neck, making him bleed. Godzilla then retaliates by slicing the creature in half, shattering its entire skeleton and immediately killing it, as well as destroying the hive mind. What is intriguing is that there were hundreds or even thousands of the smaller fish creatures, and they were all around 30 feet long, and even though they were not able to hurt Godzilla in the slightest, they could have disoriented him with their numbers. So what are the abilities of this Genitor subtitan and its swarm? As far as we can see, they have incredible ferocity as they weren't afraid to attack the most powerful titan of them all, Godzilla. The biggest of them all was the Genitor, and it was able to control them all via a hive mind, and they all followed it like loyal followers, but their allegiance ended with Godzilla killing the biggest one and effectively ending the hive mind, which they all began to descend and feed upon their flesh of their former leader. Godzilla managed to destroy every single one of them with the atomic breath, which he would do so as they represent a threat to the balance of life in the world. But why did they attack Godzilla in the first place? Well, the G-Man, after losing his lair during KOTM due to Serizawa detonating the nuclear weapon, was now forced to search for his old hiding places, and it so happens that one of them was now occupied by this swarm Genitor species. They are monsters from the Hollow Earth, which might have responded to Ghidorah's call, but was stuck in Godzilla's old layers due to the entrance being blocked. This brings up another question. Are there more of these monstrous creatures? Well, subtitans are usually not singular in nature, and they exist as a species which might still be found in the Hollow Earth, and only in the sequels to Godzilla vs. Kong will we find out. And so with that, we come to the end of the video about the mysterious creatures, the fish subtitans that attack Godzilla. Anyway, do remember to like for support and click that subscribe button to be a part of the MindQ family. And hit that bell button for regular updates on monster videos right here on MindQ. Take care, fam.